Welcome back to my little creative corner of the internet. Or welcome if you're new. In today's video we're gonna flip through my bullet journal from 2021. The sticker I have here on the front is one of my tarot cards. I will leave a link in the description down below to my Etsy shop where you can get one of those if you want. This was one of my favorite quotes of the year. Make shit, don't take shit. That's why it's on the front cover. Yeah, those pages always stay empty with me. I never use them and never would go back to find something. I kind of always know where everything is in my journal. I don't know. I never used the content in the beginning. That's the title page for last year. My goals didn't achieve quite a bit, but did some and achieved some that aren't on the list from the beginning of the year, so it's totally fine. This is still one of my favorite quotes, which I also included in my new bullet journal. Then the half-year overview spread with all my dates and stuff to plan ahead. Second half of the year and this year to plan a bit in advance. Then my theater and books of the year spreads. They are quite empty. I did read a few books but haven't wrote them down here. Mostly because I've kind of started like 6 different books but didn't finish any of them. And the ones I did finish was all uni related, so it's kind of work and I didn't write it down in my kind of fun books spread. Yeah, then we all know why the theater part is empty. There was still this thing happening. I hope this will be different in the next year. The blog ideas page is quite empty too, because the blog is always the one thing that gets on the back burner when I get really busy. But I kind of treat it as a hobby and do it as a hobby, so it's kind of fine. I try to not pressure myself that this gets left behind a bit. Yeah, my YouTube ideas, which I still have to transfer to my new YouTube ideas page in my new bullet journal. To this spread, because most of them aren't done, so I will transfer them to my 2022 bullet journal. But this still has to happen. Then my YouTube year at a glance, where I wrote down all the titles till the middle of the year, then I stopped. That's why I didn't do this spread again. My YouTube statistics, which I quite enjoyed because it is quite motivating to see that you are still growing, and I realized that on the surface I kind of often forgot or didn't have the metrics to realize that the channel was growing, and then I felt demotivated. So I really liked this spread to look back and get a bit motivated on keep on working. Filled in 3 of my milestones in the last year. A space for the filmed material that hasn't been edited or anything. And now we get into the monthly spreads for 2021 and start with January. I quite like this collage style. My monthly overview, blog and YouTube planner page, and then my weekly spreads. This has to be my absolute favorite spread of the year. I think it's, I really don't know. It's a quite typical layout, but maybe I like this how I use the quotes, and I like the pictures. I really need to include more of those little pictures of everyday life. I think that motivates me quite a bit. Here's a spread about what comes next in my life and so on. Like a little bit more personal business related planning I did here. I just tried to include some stuff in between the months that aren't specific to a month all the time, just to have them in place, and now I can, when I want to look back, I can find them and know that they are in this journal. Here's my February spread, another one I really enjoyed. Here's another spread I don't really used. Yeah, here again I did this quote page, this quote cutouts and the pictures, and I really liked how this spread turned out as well as this one. I think I was really in love with my bullet journal at the beginning of the year. Here I experimented with a clear page, but I really noticed at the end of the year my bullet journal became so bulky, so it's thick. It's really thick. So I want to try to not include too much added papers to the pages, but still do my little collages, because I enjoyed them the most. So I kind of have to find a middle ground on this one. Here we are in April. This was also a theme I really enjoyed. But yeah. Sure, I enjoy coffee theme, a good old coffee theme. Yeah, for May I didn't do a title page, but it's fine. I don't miss it in any way. I just tried to do more of what fit me in the moment in this journal, instead of trying to fit to a very specific kind of way, and just do it more my way, use it as I go, how I like it. Yeah, really loved this spread, but didn't use it. It happens sometimes. I set up the weekly spread in the beginning of the week, or even on Sunday or something, and never pick up my journal throughout the week, but it's fine. I just try to do what works. Here is another one of my collage title pages, which I really love. I love the whole aesthetic and vibes of this spread. Oops. Skipped one. Yeah, here another weekly spread that turned out nice and never got used in any way. Here's my summer bucket list. I really like the visual representation of the bucket list beside here. And my spread for August. This is also one of my favorite spreads. It's just so summery, but kind of still my colors and my vibes. And I really enjoyed how this turned out. Now we're into September. This is one of my favorite pages as well. Minimalistic little collage. I really want to try to do more of those kind of style collages in my new bullet journal in the new year. Here were the different ideas for a title spread. This is a video on my YouTube channel as well. I will leave a link to all the Plan With Me videos and setup videos from last year, so you can check out them. I did do a video for each beginning of each month, so all the monthly spreads are definitely done in a video, so you can watch the process. Now we're in October. And now on to November, which was then quite a minimalistic month, but like I talked about it in the setup video, I always feel like October is a month where I go all out with a bunch of pictures and collage stuff, and then I need kind of a break in November with doing a more minimalistic theme. And I really like how this one turned out. With just a craft paper and book pages. Now on to the final months of 2021. I always want to say 2020, then I think like, no, that's wrong. And then I want to say 2022, but that's wrong either. So now on to December 2021. As well, I will leave a link to the Plan With Me video in the description down below. And I really like how this one turned out as well. Even though it's different from the other ones that I really enjoyed, I kind of like this style as well. That's kind of the gist of it. In different months I enjoy different things, and that's why my style of journaling quite changes throughout the year. But I think it's fine. I always try to do like one kind of style. Yeah, here's my little 2021 highlights page, and that's it. There are quite a few pages empty in the end of the journal. The empty pages weren't enough to start a new year in here, so that's why I started fresh for 2022. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's 2021 bullet journal flip through and want to see more bullet journal and other creative and journaling videos, hit the subscribe button down below to join me on my creative journey.